Usual live stream 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a time change tonight here in a few hours. Will we push the clocks back from 2 o'clock to 1 o'clock? We've got a special guest here, Sticker Teenager. Did you wear that for Halloween?
Oh.
No? Do you know what's a mask of?
No.
All right. I know it's hurting you. You can take it on if you want to take it on. How's it going out there tonight? So like I said, time change is tonight. Daylight savings time change. Spring forward, fall back. Paul McCartney's got a concert in Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow night. And his new book, Man on the Run, comes out on Tuesday. Supposedly he has 25 new songs already written. And I don't know if it's for 2 different albums, but his first album is going to come out next year.
Ivan Music Man said hello from Norway.
All right, Ivan Music Man, what time is it there? The Spotify USA charts, Halloween's got the top 5. Monster Mash, number 1, with Bobby Boris Pickett. Ghostbusters, number 2, with Ray Parker. This is Halloween, number 3. Thriller from Michael Jackson, number 4. And number 5 is Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me.
He said it's 1:32.
1:32, staying up late tonight. You stay up till 1:30 in the morning, don't you? Can you say hi?
Thomas Crook said hello, everyone.
Thomas Crook.
Thanks, Frank, for the anthology book.
It is on the way.
He said he got it today.
All right. Sealed softback anthology book from 1990. What would that have been, the anthology book? About year 2000? Couple other notes before I show some stuff. Don't forget, we won't be on Wednesday because we'll be leaving town to go to New Jersey on Wednesday for the Everything Fab 4 Fest presents Rubber Soul at Ashbury Park, New Jersey, from November 6th to the 8th at the Berkeley Oceanfront Hotel.
Dave Evans said, good evening, Frank and Sticker family.
How you doing, Dave? Your 2 albums, UK or German Sgt. Pepper and UK 1975 Abbey Road, went out in the mail today.
Ivan Music Man said, I have played Ghostbusters soundtrack this weekend. Laugh out loud.
All right. I didn't know it was going to be the number 2 song, Ghostbusters, but I knew Monster Mash was going to be in there and Thriller. You've heard any of those songs?
No.
You never heard the Monster Mash?
No.
I bet you have.
Ivan Music Man wants to know, have you seen the new Bruce Springsteen movie?
No, I have not seen it. I went to the Bob Dylan Complete Unknown the first day it was released in Christmas, but I've heard mixed reviews on the Bruce Springsteen movie. Did you see it, Ivan? Did you like it?
Thomas Crook said, I'll be in Nashville on the 6th to see McCartney.
All right. November 6th. So he's in Atlanta the 1st, and he's going to be in Nashville the 6th, the first day of the fest.
And then Paul Schnubby, a lot of guy Perry here. I got Houses of Holy and Presents yesterday, both with hype stickers.
All right. So the Presents, I know the hype sticker for that, and the Houses of Holy, does it have the title and this hit song hype sticker on it? I've had that once before. I don't have my Led Zeppelin 3 in there right now.
Dave Evans said, thanks, Frank. Looking forward to hearing these. And then Alan C. Records said, good evening, Frank and family.
How you doing, Alan C. Records? Hope to see you there in New Jersey. Mean Mr. Mayo was not sure if he's going or not. He says 50-50 chance that he's going on his live stream tonight. I thought he was going there with Mikey Arugula, but maybe something else came up. The Mick Jagger picked his top 7 albums that influenced him so much through his career. And here they are. Number 7, Chuck Berry with After School Sessions from 1957. Number 6, Muddy Waters, Electric Mud from 1968. Number 5 is the Beatles Revolver from 1966. Number 4 is James Brown, Live at the Apollo, 1963. Number 3, Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited from 1965. Number 2, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On from 1971. And the album that Mick Jagger had at number 1 was The Clash, London Calling from 1979. I can't believe he has got that over Chuck Berry, but maybe they just listed the albums that influenced him a lot. But London Calling 1979, that would have been kind of late in the Rolling Stones' career. Billboard UK charts next week. Golden, it's going to be number 1 for about the 13th week in a row from the K-pop Demon Hunters. And Taylor Swift's number 2 with The Fate of Ophelia. The number 1 album on the UK charts, I don't know what it is. Maybe some of you know out there, by the artist called Dave, the boy who played the harp. So I'm going to have to look into that. But they on the UK charts, they got all kinds of older acts on there. Number 2 is Bon Jovi with Forever, Legendary Edition. Number 9 is Fleetwood Mac with Don't Stop. 10 is Oasis with their greatest hits, 4 LP set. 13 is Michael Jackson. Number 14 is Bruce Springsteen with Nebraska 82. And number 21 is Elton John with his greatest hits. So the Billboard charts in England, they're into the lot of the classics rather than the new stuff.
Alan C. Ricketts said, I will be going with some cool records you may like to see.
All right, well, we'll look at it. Me and Mikey will be in the, what room are we in?
Crystal Room.
The Crystal Room. Me and Mikey will be set up in the Crystal Room at the hotel.
And then George, Music for All Seasons, hello to all.
How you doing, George, for all music seasons?
Music for all seasons.
Music for all seasons.
And then Paul should not be allowed to go. He said the hype sticker does have the title, the song list, and the Atlantic logo.
But he doesn't have the song for Dire Maker. Does he have the separate? I had it with the separate hype sticker includes the hit Dire Maker.
Ivan Music Man said, I love the movie. It has a very slow, immersive pace, good atmosphere, and maybe the Americans need more action, but I think it's very good.
All right.
And then Mr. Beatles Pro said, hey guys.
How you doing, Tom? Tom, we got this in yesterday that I'm gifting you for being on our Every Little Beatles Thing episode number 14 with me and Mikey Arugula. UK pressing 1975 1U of Extra Texture, George Harrison. I played side 1 today. It's got a thick inner sleeve. I don't remember the United States having a thick inner sleeve, but I could be wrong. But on side 1, the U song that I like, you really hear Leon Russell's piano and Jim Horn's sax a lot more in this mix from the UK.
And then no Dire Maker is what Paul should not be allowed to die guy said.
Right,
so it doesn't have that
yeah,
on.
that makes it a little bit more valuable.
And then Teacher Express, hello everybody. Hi Frank and family.
How you doing, Polly? Are we going to see you in New Jersey, Polly?
Mr. Beatles Pro said, I saw your short, thanks. And then Nicole said, hi, Frank and Sticker Teenager.
Nicole.
Mr. Beatles Pro said, is there anything on the dead wax of the LP?
Of what?
I'm guessing he's talking about the extra texture.
It said 1U, 1U. Very first pressing,
I think
75.
that's what he's asking.
Yeah. Magical Mystery Tour. It's going out to Nicole. A near mint. Only played a couple times. 1977. True Stereo A1 B3 with the original polyline Germany inner sleeve. A lot of the reissues don't put them out in these polyline inner sleeves anymore because they cost 23 cents, but I'd say they're being pretty tight. Can't put a new pressing in a paper sleeve.
Danny Goldstein said, "Hi folks, I stepped away from my birthday cake to watch the show, so it must be his birthday today. Happy birthday."
To who?
Danny Goldstein.
All right.
Goldstein.
All right, happy birthday, Danny. How old is he?
And then Novus Nick said, "Hi Frank and Sticker
How
family.
you doing, Novus Nick? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Ivan Music Man wants to know, Sticker teenager, did you get any candy for the Halloween weekend?"
Did you get some candy? You got some candy last night, didn't you?
I didn't participate.
You didn't, but I brought you some candy from the store, grocery store.
And then T-shirt said, "I won't be there, but I'm sending shirts for you guys to sell."
All right.
And then Mr. Beals, some of them say, "Oh, George, you're such a dark horse."
On the dead wax,
I guess.
I saw the 1U, 1U. The writing says on side 1 in the dead wax, it says Porky. What's it say? Porky something out. Prime out. Point active. Prime cut. And side 2 says, "Oh George,
You're such a dark horse.
you're such a dark horse. Love, George."
Yep, that's what you want to know.
All right. That should be the very first pressing of Extra Texture.
Novus Nick said, "Doing well. Hope all is well with the sticker sticker world."
Yeah, all is well. So one more thing for Nicole's Magical Mystery Tour, I'm sending her away. These, when they ask for new master tapes from Abbey Road Studios, some of them have they're a little longer than what we're used to. Like on Strawberry Fields, you hear John say either cranberry sauce or I buried Paul. He says it twice instead of only once. And I thought some of the other outros of like All You Need Is Love and Baby You're a Rich Man are longer on this pressing. And I am one of the few people that discovered this pressing in the late 1970s when I bought a Beatles collection, and I had this pressing. I think I had the 73 Horseshoe, and I was playing it for my Beatle friends. They would come over, my Beatle freak friends, because they had never heard a audiophile pressing of a Beatles album, and this is the first one that I personally discovered because they had never heard Penny Lane sound like that before. And then the Baby You're a Rich Man and True Stereo. So way back in the late 70s, I was discovering audiophile pressings. But I don't take credit for discovering the Led Zeppelin 2 with the Robert Ludwig hot mastering. That took many years before people figured that one out. All right, we're done with George Harrison. That's going to Beatles Pro. Can you hand me, Sticker Cake, can you hand me that Remco box right there?
Be careful with it.
Careful with it. It's a very expensive cardboard box. Careful, careful. Hold on, handle with care. All right, can I have it, please? Thank you. You want to take a break?
What?
You can come back towards the end if you want to take a break.
Johnny Ramone said, "How much on Magical Mystery Apple LPs?
They're expensive. I thought that someday they'll be a $500 album because they sound so much better than any other Beatle pressing, but they're $300 to $400 in really nice shape. So one of my regrets in life is a couple years ago when I got those 4 Remco shipping boxes full of Remco dolls, and I sold all 4 of them. One went to Alex, Beatles collector from Texas. He has 3 floors of Beatles collectibles. One went to Mikey Arugula. One went to Perry Cox, where he auctioned it off full of dolls. And one went to Wendell here in Kentucky. So I made a deal with Wendell in the last couple weeks, and I got one of mine back. I'm not going to sell this one. This is one of the most, where I was involved, one of the most historical Beatle finds from the last couple years ago. Because it's the first time, I don't know, if nobody's ever said that they've had one besides the 4, but the first time that I showed the breakdown where George had 3, John had 3, Ringo had 7, and Paul had 11 in the original shipping boxes. So the story, I've told it before, is I bought on eBay, I bought a George and a Paul Remco near mint in the boxes. And the lady got a hold of me after I got it in. She sent me her phone number with the order. And I got a hold of her and she said she had 100 and, I don't remember the exact count, 124 and 4 shipping boxes up in the attic. They were a service station in the state of Washington. And with a free fill up in 1964-65, they gave a free Remco doll, Beatles doll with a fill up. So when she brought them down from the attic, she showed me the pictures of these shipping boxes, and she says, "I'll just send them all your dolls in these shipping boxes. Just put a label on them." I said, "No, ma'am, you can't do that. Those boxes are valuable." She said, "Well, I'll have to charge you $350 more to double box them." I said, "That's fine." And I sent the money. So I got one of these back. Remco Industries, Harrison, New Jersey. Merchandise, 4th class when they were originally sent in 1964. This one has a little note, Ringo, when it was up in their attic. It was all full of Ringo dolls. Out of the 124, they only had 2 George left, and all the rest of them were Paul and Ringo. All right.
Remco box has dolls in boxes or without solo. This is empty.
That's an empty box. I sold the 124 Remco doll. Only have 2 ones right now that aren't in the box. Sold those like hotcakes when I sold those. There's a John Lennon and a Paul McCartney. They're both soft rubber dolls. The hard body dolls are worth a bit more. So when me and Mikey on the website for everything Fab 4 Fest presents Rubber Soul, when they show me and Mikey Mr. STICKERMANIA with Mikey Arugula, that we're going to have a vinyl and memorabilia presentation. They show this that Polly created on a 3D printer. Only they kind of color it in a little bit to show the meat and the baby dolls a little bit more. But check out that website and you'll see what I'm talking about. One thing about, see if I can hold this straight. I give credit to Gene Simmons. He's 73 years old. He was on the Bill Maher show a couple of months ago, and he hasn't smoked or drank or done any drugs his whole lifetime. He says it's pretty good at 73 years old that he can hold his fingers straight at his forehead. So I'll give Gene Simmons credit. He's aged well. And he also showed he had a full head of hair, which I don't. I don't know if his hair is real, but...
T-shirt Express, very cool. Johnny Ramone, he deleted the comment as I was going to say it, so whatever.
So the Rubber Soul, this is my 2014 mono that I've got in, and how you know you got a 2014 mono instead of the 2025 that came out a few months ago. It's got that hype sticker that proves it's a 2014, and it has the insert that has the love on the back, which doesn't exist anymore there in Las Vegas. That's how you know you got a 2014 rather than a 2025. You talking about UK pressings? I found some other UK pressings in my collection. This is a 1972 Stevie Wonder talking book. And this is a 1983 Flock of Seagulls. It's got the hits of Wishing on there and Nightmares. And I got the 1984 UK pressing of Tonight by David Bowie. And one other UK pressing I found is Panorama from 1984. Panorama, the name of the album, I guess is Panorama. It's got the big hit, Cruel Summer, on there. That's the way the inner sleeves were from England in the 70s and the early 80s.
All should not be allowed to die, guys. Said the back cover of the Canadian Rarities has a star beside Misery, and there's a place and released in Canada on Capital ST 5062 and released Capital Street 5054.
That's a lot of information.
Yeah, the Long Tom Sally and Twist and Shout LPs.
This is the Beatles rarities that I have from Germany. And this is not the 1980 pressing that was DMM pressing that has a real stereo of Rain. This is the one that has the mono pressing of Rain. I only have a few of those Germany pressings left from that box set. All right, we should have talked about Rubber Soul. We got some butchers. We got a trivia question. Show these other two. This I only had this for a couple days. This sold today on my STICKERMANIA 2853 eBay store. $277 original clutch purse made by Dom in the New York area in 1964. Got a working zipper, a real nice interior from 1964. No wear at all. That's probably why it sold so quick. It looks like it's just a little bit where maybe they had them stashed in a box where another zipper from another clutch purse went up against and put a little indentation down there. And my knockoff Beatles memorabilia looks like George Harrison Halloween mask. I could have opened it up and Sticker Kid could have put it on, but I'll leave it sealed up. Originally in the stores, it sold for 25 cents, made in Hong Kong. I'm sure they just had them a whole display with all four Beatles. That looks to me like the George Harrison one. Still got the string on the back. I would say that's from the mid-60s when the Hong Kong was knocking off, making Beatle knockoff merchandise left and right. All right, let's do the trivia
For
question.
what? What are you giving away?
I got this sealed. This is what Andrew from Polygram Auctions considers one of the top 10 pressings, all true stereo, the Beatles at the beginning when they were backing up Tony Sheridan. This is sealed. I have an extra one. I'll give this away with 3 trivia questions. Question 1. How many tracks on this album do the Beatles perform on? There's 12 tracks on this album. How many do the Beatles perform on? Number 2. There's 2 songs on this album. Give me at least one of them that Tony Sheridan does not play on. Give me a title of one of the 2 songs Tony Sheridan does not play on. And number 3, what year in England did this reissue get released? What year in England did this pressing on Pickwick, the Beatles verse featuring Tony Sheridan, what year did it get issued? One more time. How many tracks on this album do the Beatles perform on? Give me a number. One of the 2 songs on this album that Tony Sheridan does not perform on. Give me a title. Number 3, what year was this reissue released in the United Kingdom? You get this audiophile pressing of the Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan. Got any answers?
Yeah, we got Greg Theo. Looks like he's got it.
Greg Theo is the winner. Good job, Greg. I'm sure you probably have this, but this is sealed.
Daniel
Great way to hear
Castillo
true stereo.
missed the day. He was second, but he had 66 as a day.
Greg Theo, good job.
Man, they getting them too quick lately. Last 2 have been too easy
Yeah,
for them.
but you know, I would think that they knew most of them off the top of their head. Got to come up with a little tougher questions. Butcher covers. Supposed to got another butcher cover East Coast that I could have peeled in today, but the mill, it's stuck in Louisville, but it's not to my local post office, so I get it on Monday. But that's the one I did last Monday. East Coast Stratton butcher cover, excellent peel with no seam splits. East Coast pressing, Stratton with a small straight 1. The right inner sleeve. Here's my second state. Somebody got on I got this up on eBay. It's pretty nice shape, but it's been peaked there on that corner, so somebody's giving me hell that I can't call this in excellent condition. So my answer to them was, it's the bloody butcher cover. Shut up. And they called me a few cuss words after that. It's a bloody butcher cover. Shut up.
Exactly. You want to come with it? Better be ready to take it.
All right, what else we showing tonight? That goes with this. We're excited. We got to get ready for New Jersey here in the next few days, what we're going to take. And haven't been buying much lately. Talked about that and that.
What was that ticket thing old?
Yeah, I showed that ticket last time. Showing the sheet music. I got a reel-to-reel of Beatles 6, 7.5 inch. Beatles 6. Kind of like another album that I push all the time. If this even has, does it have Mr. Moonlight on it? It does not. Boy, Mikey might like this pressing. No Mr. Moonlight. They left it off of Beatles 6. Kansas City, 8 days a week. You like me too much, bad boy. I don't want to spoil the party. Words of love, what you're doing. Yes, it is. Dizzy Miss Lizzie. Tell me what you see in every little thing.
Great Field met Tony Sheridan at a Beatle Fest. Nice guy, rest in peace.
Yep. I don't think I ever met him. I went to several Beatle Fests in the 80s, but I remember George Harrison's sister Louise being there, and Klaus Vormann, and the other lady that I'm not coming up with her name that took pictures of the Beatles at the beginning from Germany. Oh, I can't remember her name, but you guys know it in the chat.
Greg said he's always flipping the bud with this.
Astrid Kirchner, yeah. The
His
what?
middle finger doesn't bend, I guess.
What's that?
I guess he was always flipping the bud because on his strumming hand because his middle finger didn't bend right no more.
Gotcha. That's sad.
Yeah, Asteroid.
Astrid Kirchner. Show the Butchers, Led Zeppelin. I found a Led Zeppelin UK pressing of Presence from 1976. And according to PB Thal, this is the best pressing ever of audiophile pressing of Presence because it has strawberry in the dead wax. Mastered at Strawberry. Was Strawberry in England? That's what I assume. And one other thing, we have a box set of Led Zeppelin I brought in here, right behind you, underneath the table. Been listening to this in my car a lot lately. Led Zeppelin box set, they call it the Crop Circles 1990. And the expert on Led Zeppelin that's on YouTube, he says that these, I thought that some of these had the Atlantic, the first one. Whole lot of love. Let's see what that, no, they're all black. But anyway, this is from 1990, and it really sounds good of Led Zeppelin's greatest hits. So on those CDs, I guess you want to get the ones from 87 to 1990 that were cut. This was mastered by Jimmy Page from the original master tapes. That's the hype sticker. All right, that's the booklet. And I don't think I have too much else to show tonight. We got any questions before we end the live stream? Any questions for me out there tonight? Anything you want to know about the Everything Fab 4 Fest presents Rubber Soul that's coming up next weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Guess Sticker Kid is not coming back in. I showed these before. I'll be taking these to New Jersey, my near mint picture sleeves, 65, East Coast Help, 66, this is a West Coast with a thumb tab of Nowhere Man and What Goes On, and the near mint picture sleeve, the one that's hard to get, of Lady Madonna and Inner Light. Because this purple sleeve showed ring wear real easily. And it does, yes, it does have the original fan club insert from 1968, the single before Hey Jude. The last Beatles single on Capitol Records before they went to Apple. I'm about 3/4 of the way done with my book by Dr. Kenneth Womack on Mel Evans. I'm hoping to have it done before we leave for New Jersey. So
Thomas Crook said safe travels.
Thanks, Thomas Crook.
Tom said safe travels, guys. Wish I could make it. Alan C. Records, are you gonna be there all 3 days?
Yes.
And Johnny Mono, he has not made a list of what he's selling at the fest. It's just gonna be there, and
We'll mostly be presenting.
yeah.
I have a few things to sell, but it won't be. Mostly me and Mike Arugula will be exhibiting. I'll be showing my butcher covers, my rubber soles, and things to do with the 1965-66 era. So thanks a lot from Louisville, Kentucky for checking in with us, and we will not be on. No live stream this Wednesday, November 5th. We will not be on, but
We will let you know. I'll post something on the YouTube when we have a stream.
yeah,
over the weekend.
me and Mikey will do one either Friday night or Saturday night, Thursday night. We'll do one when we get all situated there, and we'll post and let you know. Thanks a lot.
Ivan, the
Louisville,
music man,
Kentucky.
said bye.